So this is to show the amazing bundle of 3 products from LDRS. There's the stencils, the die set and the stamp set, and these work amazingly together to create some wonderful card samples. You could also use it for your scrapbook pages. I've first off just stamped in black and clear embossed the Poinsettia stamp design, and I'm going to show you how the stencils work. Now each of the stencils, they have this tiny little alpha numeric character in the bottom right hand corner. You can just see it there, you can see the A, and so I'm just going to put them in the order A, B, C, D, but these don't have to be dealt with in that order, but it's just a recommendation. So I'm going to pick up the first one and work with the first one and do some colouring with some ink blending of some distress inks, but I've got to line it up first, so I'm just having a look just to see, and I'm going to concentrate on those poinsettia leaves to start with. I'm trying to find an area that's going to be easy to line up, and as you move it around you'll see, and what I tend to do is I look for something distinctive. On this one you've got the poinsettia leaves, it's got the double prong there, just 2 little points, and that just makes it distinctive, so I know where I'm going. I just move it around to a position that's comfortable for me to work with, and then once I've laid it on the table I'm going to use the masking tape to put it in place so it doesn't then move. It's just a little bit of masking tape, not too much, just holds it in place while I do my ink blending. Okay, so I'm going to use the blending tools that are really nice blending brushes. They come in many different shapes and sizes from different companies. I'm going to also choose what colours I'm going to use. I've got 3 different shades of blue, and I'm going to go with the lightest blue first, and I'm going to go in a very light touch. Light touch and more is better than heavy-handed and one go to start with. So you can see I go around several times. I'm then going to go into the next shade of blue and just bring, so I've got 2 tones on those leaves. You can see there up close how beautiful that shading is, and it just keeps it all within the lines, which is brilliant. So now we're going to go into the second stencil, and as you can see on this second stencil there is a tiny little marks there, little registration marks to show where the leaves are that you've just been colouring, so you can put that over the top and it helps you line it up quite nicely. So again, once that's stencil number 2 is in place, or B stencil, I'm going to mask that, use masking tape to pop that into place, and look, you can see where we had stenciled previously, that's all coloured over with that blending, it's coloured over, and now we've got some other leaves available and visible for us to ink blend. So I'm now going to choose some blues. I'm going to go with the lightest blue again, get that down as a base cover, then I'm going to go into that really deeper blue that I'm using just to get some deeper shades of blue on the leaves. So you'll be then able to see that there are several different shades going on that poinsettia. Now for the C stencil, the third stencil, this is going to do the green leaves and the centerpiece. And again, if I bring it up close, you can see there the registration of the flower behind. So that's going to allow us to put it in on top of where we're at, and there was that double pronged leaf again. So I'm just going to line it up. Just take your time. It's easy done when you're actually looking at it up close. Put your masking tape down, make sure it's in place. Grab your greens or whatever colour you're going to use for your foliage and just build up those layers again using the blending brush. There we go, beautiful green leaves all within the lines, fantastic. So it just means we've got to go for the last stencil now. This is stencil D, or the 4th stencil. It's for the other leaves that weren't covered yet. So now we're just going to put them into place. Again, use that masking tape, keep it in place, and we're getting that green out and just giving a very light dusting of the green on those extra leaves. And there you go, you've got a beautiful coloured poinsettia. I've done another one here. You can see different shades. I've already die cut it out as well using the die cut that is coordinating, but you can just see how it's going to look different every time with different shades of blue or whatever colours you're going with. Some samples now. This sample just shows the wreath that we hadn't covered, but this is the wreath and it's been die cut, and then the blue flower has been die cut as well and put on top, and there's the stamp from the sentiment from the set as well. Here's another one, 3 lots die cut out now after I've coloured in blue, on a nice slimline card, some gems, and the sentiment in the centre there, sentiment again from the stamp set in the bundle. Here's another card. So the wreath this time has been stamped directly onto the paper. We've 3D'd the poinsettia. It's been die cut out, but very light contour there. Can you see the difference between stamping in black and stamping in a very light ink? This is no stamping whatsoever on those poinsettia flowers. It is just using the stencils and then die cut afterwards. So there is no stamp at all. The only line you can see I've drawn with a micron pen is the line just to put those leaves in place so they're not just floating around. But again, a very soft, delicate look on this one, but a completely different look to what we've seen before. And it just shows the variety and variations you can get using the stencils, the stamps and the dies. This one is a card that has been die cut, but not been has then been fussy cut after it's die cut. So you can see the leaves have been cut very close, and we've got several layers there just to give it that depth and dimension. This has all been then, as I say, 3D'd fussy cuts. So if we bring up one of the other ones where the die is, there you go, that's the die. So you can see how different that looks again. And we've got obviously the wreath has been die cut out and stamped on. This is so elegant in the golds and the blacks, so very nicely done here with the gold and black, makes it a really monochromatic, elegant card. We've also used the stamp behind to give a little bit of a watercoloured image behind and then clear embossed, but that gold just makes it look so elegant and totally different look once again. So you can see the slim lines. We've got circle cards, we've got rectangular cards, we've stenciled, we've stamped, we've die cut, we've fussy cut, lots of really cool ideas and to make your bundle go a very long way. So there we go, the bundle. We have the amazing die set, we have the stamp set, and we have the pack of 4 stencils. So very good die set, a very good bundle for your festive cards and festive scrapbooks. Thank you for watching.